It's a rainy New Year's Eve. Can Veronica get either or both of those two missing milestones before we celebrate her birthday tomorrow? Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 43 of my Rags to Riches Growing Together edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And it's also time for resolutions. I've done a few for some of them, but Robin here is playing the guitar and needs to play for an hour while inspired, so I figured he should probably get I was thinking making the complete a aspiration milestone, but maybe if I say get a significant other and then I don't really work on it, maybe that'll help trigger him to have a midlife crisis. I did look into it, and I don't know how likely it is that he's going to have a midlife crisis, but we'll play through a little longer and see whether he gets that or the workplace rival, which was the main reason I added him to the household. So we're just going to go for that. And he is now inspired for making that resolution. So let's pluck some, not that he has to pluck some inspiration, he can just practice because he's already inspired. I was going to have Avery set an inspired vibe, which he's still doing it, but he doesn't need to. And also, we're going to try and go this 12 hours without a negative moodlet. Hopefully, he won't have as Avery will be able to do that, unlike his sister. So he's learned to ride a bike. It's rainy. It's been rainy, but I just had him practice and get through it. So, you know, you've seen it already, and I just didn't want to sit on not doing anything with him, so I had him do it. And let's check in on Veronica's needs, who we kind of need her to, well, I'm not expecting it to happen. Her needs are pretty good right now, but maybe at the end of the day, she'll get tired and we'll use that painting, which we have, that we can set, we can set the aura on it to help her become negative. But for now, let's just see if she can get a bath. Maybe from Fiona, since Fiona's there. I sent Bryn volunteering because she was rebellious. I don't know. She was in a phase. Oh, look, she has some talent points. So let's buy her some perks. We'll get her spellcaster socialite, and then we will do, this is knowledge is magic. We're just going to do the discharge there. And hopefully that will work. So all he's focused on is staying in a good mood, which we can try and do by rallying the troops all day to keep he needs green, though that only helps, of course, with bladder, hunger, and energy. We'll just have to make sure that the fun, social, and hygiene stay, good. I think I said he has to complete an aspiration, which is actually, well, not that hard. He has the whole slumber party one to do. Why don't we have him come and brush his teeth? And, well, you're riding a bike, are you? Did I have you set your... I don't know if I had you... Okay, we're going to get you. In this case, I know I have a modified tiny home, not a micro, because it's a tiny home tier. But I've had them ride bikes in homes even when they weren't. But it probably doesn't help because of the type of home it is. It's on the ground level. So we're going to say complete... I don't know. She could complete an aspiration milestone. She could get promoted because we're working on both of those things with her. So we'll do that one. And she can knit. We can try and have her knit while we're going to have her... Where's the radio? Oh, there it is. I forgot this was a radio. Listen to... right, the R&B isn't on there, but we're going to listen to metal because I find that one works better. There. We're going to have her listen to metal after she's making a resolution. I don't know what she's going to do with that bike, but whatever. And then we're going to have her knit. I don't know what she's knitting. We're just going to have her knit something new. And we'll do a blue octopus. And then we'll try and put that on Plopsy. Does she have anything already? Yeah, she could list that on Plopsy. And there. And then hopefully she can list whatever else she has on her in her whatever she finishes here. also. And so he's got that. I think he's got everything done. So he actually got his resolution complete. We're going to erase the sim and hopefully good. It's a positive one. Sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive. This time it was positive. So, oh, she got conflict resolution, luckily. And how was my sweet pea? She's all energized. Did you eat that cake? Whatever, eat the cake. Eat the cake and get tired. And then we can get you to be... We do have a painting. It's not the best painting. It's while she's sleeping here. I actually have two of them. One here in the medium size and one in a large. And I think I had you do yours, didn't I? I always forget. Oh, maybe you haven't made a resolution. You need to make your resolution. Oh, I think I wasn't sure whether I was going to go for a significant other for her or to complete an aspiration milestone. I'll do that. And she's working on, oh, that's a hard one. Complete 10 excellent knittables. I find that can be very time consuming because, oh, why don't we do an impression? Why don't we do some New Year's Eve thingies here? And the reason I find the 10 excellent knittables is hard is because the last time I checked, the legendary ones won't count for it. So is this here? Blow horns. And she's all energized. Right, so I'm trying to work on her tantrums. Oh, she has threw a tantrum. I need to make her excited. I don't actually remember her throwing the tantrum. I know that I told her to throw the tantrum, but then by the time she actually got around to it, I thought she stopped. So the only thing she hasn't had is the nightmare. So played with others, yeah. And I don't know that she's going to have a nightmare because she is... I don't think it's that... I did even take, like, this is sitting here because she had one here beside her bed. And then she also there was one up here beside Avery's bed. But and I moved it out of the room. So one got put here and I don't remember, and one got put there. Just to drag them out of the room. And now they're all putting garbage on. There's dirty dishes up there, which then makes them not be able to get the dirty dishes done. I don't know if there's anything in anyone's inventory that I could stick there, or no, I haven't emptied everything. So we'll put these here just to stop them from putting stuff there that they can't reach. That's the problem with it. So anyway, so there, let me see if, I don't remember if Fiona's done her resolution. Oh, she also has to complete. She needs to introduce herself if I'm having her work on this particular aspiration. Of course, she doesn't actually... She can do any aspiration. She doesn't have to do that one. It's not the one that you're on. It's any aspiration. And she hasn't done that. Well, there we go. She got hers done. She got fabulously wealthy completed. I didn't realize I hadn't put her on there yet. I do find that landscaping a lot harder now that they've reduced the value of it. I'm just going to stick her back onto this friend. I've never actually done this neighborhood confidant because I think it's one where you have to stay on there. And I'm usually too busy working on other aspirations to be bothered. Because it's like, I think the phone calls when they call you and stuff like that, it'd be different if you're like influencing people. Then that would be, you need to clean this. Why don't you empty that? And, oh, you got wet. Okay. And, oh, right, from cleaning, right? There's that thing where they will do that. So, I think, so he's got his done. She... wish it would count. I have a hard time with this for some reason. It doesn't always work. Because I told her to listen to the music. And I wouldn't have thought she was too far from it. I think I went too far and I missed it. Let's try that again. And try it again. What? Oh, that was the garbage. I'm like, what was that? 10 simoleons. Why is her emotional control down? Oh, I think we should get him to stop. He's probably done that. Yeah, he has done that. So now he had already done that. So now he needs to write songs, which I don't know if he's high enough. The reason I had him is he came home stressed, right, from too much mental stuff. And so then I thought, well, what can he do that's creative? And I know I had him writing, but then I thought, oh, he could craft something with woodworking. I guess that was that pulling there. And then I'm like, oh, well, if he learnt the guitar high enough, then he can craft a guitar. I think you need to be level 8, I believe, because he has already maxed his handiness. So, and I think he's not high enough to write either, like write a song. So he needs to just continue to practice so that he can actually craft. But even obviously playing the guitar is also creative. So let's see, we need to put some decorations up. So you're doing that. Can you actually knit? Let's try knitting objects. We're gonna say wait for them to respond because the emotional control she can easily do. Let's try this again. Knit objects, mailbox cozies, whatever. And you are painting autonomously. Can you encourage that volunteering? And let's see, did that get rid of your... Nope, you're still rebellious. And I do believe you haven't made your resolution. So let's come here and make a resolution. And I guess we can do the same thing. Make you work on an aspiration. And we need to go to the museum for you for that particular one. So I'll probably just do that off camera. I'm not going to do it right now because Avery's going to have to go to Scouts really soon. And let's check if he has any badges to collect. He does. And then why don't you view your badge progress so we can see how much more keep fit you need to do. And I was going to... Oh, right. No, she's doing that. Okay, what are you doing? Why don't you come put up the decorations? Oh, someone was there. Didn't see that. And I don't like how it brings it out. I almost toyed with getting a weather changing machine. So we're at 2 of 6. Because... did that do the trick? Yeah, it did. So it doesn't really matter. She could come and dance. Why don't you dance? And how are you? You're angry, but you're... Oh, you were declared a favorite, were you? I missed that. Didn't see that. That's very cute. So she has Splashy Splashy from taking a bath, impressive person alert in the popular club. And of course, now she's crashed from that sugar and trusting the universe from top-notch trait. So, yeah, like I said, I doubt she's going to have a a nightmare. Where are the chickens? They're here. I'm thinking that black hen was maybe one that aged up. I don't see them. I don't see them. Where are our chickens? I was going to have her go play with the chickens. Well, maybe can you go play with the bunny? Discuss hopping techniques. Socialize. Tell joke about carrots. And I think you, my dear, you need to go back and do some more volunteering while your brother is going to be going to Scouts any moment now. Because I would really like you to get rid of that. I don't like it. I don't like many. I don't think I like any of the faces. They're all annoying. Why don't you volunteer at a nursing home? That would be good. And let's see. The decorations are up. And of course I added the doing presents. Let's take a look at her. So at least I didn't realize, I didn't notice that she obviously had got that, because she never did throw the tantrum in the last part. So, hopefully the bunny likes her. Can we socialize Pat the bunny? Let's see. Hopefully the bunny doesn't react negatively. Oh, good. Oh, very cute. Oh, yeah. Now she's gonna go play in the plant. What plant are you playing in? The one we care about? What plant is that? Bird of Paradise. Okay. Did you finally get that? Listen to music? No, you didn't. Why, Eleanor? Seriously, why? Listen to... I thought metal made it work. And then, can we knit? Gonna try something. We'll knit clothing, some socks. Try these ones that we haven't unlocked yet. Can we try that? Seriously. Why is it so hard to knit? You could knit. Maybe you could actually knit something. Sweaters with scarf. We'll try that one. The top. And they're all playful. Oh, look, from Funny Bunny from telling a joke to the rabbit. And then Chad with the rabbit from talking to a rabbit. Very cute. So I'll either be back when something's happening, or it might be even later and we're aging up Veronica. Though that might happen in the next part if something happens before then. It is a little later, and I actually completely missed it. I just happened to switch over to Avery, and I noticed that he's got this go 12 hours without a negative need moodlet. He just asked a question, and the option I chose put his responsibility out of a range, but that's easy enough to fix. Just doing homework, going to school, not a problem. So we're doing a school project, lots of things. And before I realized that, I actually had him... set him up to rally the troops, because I was trying to keep all those needs green since we had such a problem with Fiona with that particular aspiration. So he's got that. So playtime captain. He needs to ride a bike for 4 hours. And then obviously we need to have a slumber party, which I'm waiting for our little Veronica to age up for that before I do that. So, and they're all opening their presents, and she's eating a fruit pie, which was a baking pie versus a pie that comes with cottage living. So baking obviously is a get to work thing. We're going to skip the prom since it's New Year's Eve and it's winter. And I didn't think it was that important. And so that's kind of that. And I just wanted to really show that he, not that I actually saw it, but show that he had done it. Because that is one thing I noticed, is that, I don't know that I noticed, like a lot of us, oh, she got something she didn't like, but at least she got a nice expensive guitar from him. It was quite valuable, 1,800 or something like that. What did she get anyways? Nothing. She got nothing. Oh, Eleanor didn't like her gift either. She got a carrot. And now it's Bryn's turn. Is it Bryn's turn? Oh, it's our little ones. I hope you get something good, sweetie. I got it. We don't need that, but otherwise it would have been a nice... It is... The idea is a nice gift, just that we already have a couple sitting in our inventory. So... And she's there. It's just sweetie pie. She went back. Obviously, she's in her PJs. She went to sleep. Because she was tired. She went to sleep on her own. She probably should eat a little bit before she goes back to sleep. So, let me see who's the least busy. Who is the least busy? Maybe your mom. Because your mom, I don't know what you're doing, talking. Just talking, not asking for anything. So why don't we give food to Veronica, and we will give I guess, chicken nuggets. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I find it does take a little while to do that. And Fiona, why don't you add some presents? And they'll obviously do like the countdown, but I will be back if anything else is happening. I'm back. They're all celebrating the countdown to New Year's, and actually, her legendary ones did count for the excellent, so they obviously have fixed it. I don't remember seeing that in the patch notes. It's possible I missed it because sometimes they do a lot of fixes and it's easy to miss it, or it might have just been a silent fix. But yeah, and also I ended up having to I moved the radio and replaced it with this one, and then when she listened to that while she was knitting, it counted, whereas it seemed like when she was listening to the other one that I had there that came... Is that one that comes with the camper kit? I don't remember exactly, but it didn't seem to count. And I just see that Madison got her pay for work for like the holiday. So did the other two. And I still need to go out. And she's a bit hungry to complete her aspiration. But it doesn't matter. I don't have to do it today before the day ends. But I would like to do it before we have our birthday for our little Veronica. So I'm going to just sort of play through the night and see if maybe by some chance Veronica has a nightmare. It's our last opportunity because, like I said, I am planning on aging her up during the day tomorrow or whatever, on Sunday. I just haven't decided whether or not I should have these two take a vacation day, because if I wanted to have the birthday in the evening, then that would need to be the thing. Or if I did it earlier in the day, they could still go to work, because she works. I noticed she needs to actually scrubberoo herself. Scrubberoo if she's successful. Roman was not. So I think he maybe went and had a shower. And he actually has to do programming, which I hadn't had him do because of the fact that he had that, burnout one that had come up that he had. So he can that's long gone. And I should have him come over here and work on that. So I'm going to have him... Oh, he doesn't have to do that. He can just start a side job. So I will be back in the morning, either with her having had a nightmare or not. So I'll be back. Well, it is morning and we did not have a nightmare, and I had Avery go to sleep, and I thought maybe he might wake up with a loose tooth, because sometimes that happens, but that also didn't happen. But Fiona did get a fear of unfulfilled dreams, but I have been waiting for this discuss fears after fulfilling once to come up. And I had to look around for the violin, and it's here, so she wants to play a violin. But I have her doing some cooking to work on her cooking skill and, get some easy points here for this. But we'll have to, hopefully get her to play the violin and get this done either in between parts. I'll just do it, or in the next part where we're also going to age up our youngest. But that's actually going to be it for this part. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!